do you see there's a reason to have a Canadian stablecoin for domestic purposes?
Yeah, so I certainly think that there's an incredible opportunity on the domestic side. Again, being a traditional market infrastructure player, there's a lot of things that stablecoin rails can deliver. I don't see them as replacing traditional payment rails, specifically not when real-time rails are going to be available. I see them more as complementary. So, for example, 1 in 5 Canadians sends money abroad, right? So the remittance market's an important market. Now, that's still, to me, a Canadian market to some extent, but it has global reach. Settlement cycles are always tied to banking hours, right? Which means, you have cutoffs during the day, you don't do overnight, you don't do weekends, you don't do holidays. So stablecoin technology can really help. It's faster, it's cheaper, but ultimately what we are seeing is use cases that are emerging for our partners and institutions is it's programmatic, which means that you can actually lay into code your treasury movement. You can start fully automating your treasury function. And that becomes very interesting, not just, for international transfers, but also for, kind of domestic efficiency and the efficiency of your treasury.
So maybe just for those that are not familiar with this stuff, but have heard about the stable coins and heard about programmatic, like what does that mean to a user or consumer of stable coins? Like an example, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first premise of a stable coin is, it's a digital dollar, right? Now, our stable coin is 1-for-1 backed with Canadian dollars, which means that, users will give us a Canadian dollar and we will issue a stablecoin token, so a digital representation of that dollar. That dollar is able to be transacted essentially on blockchain technology. And the premise there is you can essentially send that dollar anywhere in the world with limited friction, right? Limited costs and limited time. So that's the massive unlock. But the reality of that is users need to be pretty comfortable with digital asset as a construct. You need to have a wallet. You need to understand how that works. There's still limited point of sale opportunities in digital assets currently, which means that, it's hard to pay with crypto. There's a few platforms that are doing it, which is why our focus continues to remain on the business to business segment currently.